This is insane. This has been going on for a very long time. Welcome back, everybody. It's another Handyman day. Trying to get a lot of these honeydew lists taken care of before the next set of major projects start. It's going to be back to back to back for the next 4 months of big projects. Basically taking care of simple honeydew lists. Everything is different. I'm hoping to be out of here in 2 hours, and that includes trying to film all this. There are a couple stops today. Stick with me, see what we get into, and please put your comments down below. I get to test out a new tool that one of you guys suggested in a previous video. So if you got a suggestion for a tool that could help me, I'll buy it and I'll put it to use, or maybe do a review on it, see how well it works. First item is the door weather stripping. These are self-closing hinges, supposed to be fire code, that when you have a door from your house to your garage, that it's a 1 hour fire rating and self-closing. So let's see if it closes. All right, springs are adjusted. And if you're wondering if your door is a 1 hour fire rating, it'll have a label right here on the inside of the door. Here is the weather stripping. It's this black foam here. Doesn't look good there. It's supposed to look just like this, but some things have happened. It's squished in on itself and deformed. So this part of the door here is squishing against it, thus forcing the door away from the hinge, putting quite a bit of strain on the hinge pin, causing a whole bunch of wear and tear on the hinge pin, and the screws, everything. It's all binding up. So I got to remove this whole section here, replace it. It's supposed to operate like right here. So I'm just going to close the door slowly, show you how it's supposed to work. Slowly. And compress. This door jam's taken quite a bit of beatings, and this weather stripping is all ripped up here. $14 per piece. So this is 14, the other side's 14, and you can't buy a short piece, so you got to buy another $14 piece. Can't leave home without a multi-tool in my pocket. Hopefully this comes out. This is the shape of it. The part my thumb is on gets slid into a slot that is manufactured into the door jambs. Here's a shot of the new gasket. It's a little bit different, same design, designed to go in the exact same slot. It's really hard to see, but there are little grippers on the piece of stiff plastic that goes into that slot. So that slot goes all around almost all exterior doors. And this right here gets, well, supposed to get pushed right in, just like that. It's and you need to work it all the way down. So let's see what the door does. Latched perfectly. So this is the area that was getting pinched before. All the other sides were fine, except they were just worn out and ripped. And it's hard to see, but the difference with this one, there's a gap there. So there's room for this to move, to pivot, and get pressed against this front surface here and not get squished. I think that might be the difference in the design. I've been looking forward to this job all week, just so I could test out my new tool that one of you...
You need to get this, Handyman. You ain't a real man unless you own one of these.
I said, well, I think I'm a real man, so I better go out and get one. I suggest the same for you. Link will be in the description. This is the tool the guy said I needed to have in order to qualify to be a man. This is a Klein bit ratchet. At least that's what I'm calling it. 65 2000. This is a teensy weensy ratchet, like a socket ratchet, takes bits. So, and it's magnetized. So right there is a Phillips head. And you can put pressure down on it and ratchet. When I was looking for this, it's sold as a package with this piece of engineering masterpiece. This is, it's a screwdriver, it's a nut driver, it's a bit holder, and it pairs perfectly with your little ratchet here. I've got to ask you guys that have been following the channel for a long time, you've seen me change this furnace filter 3-4 different times maybe. Everybody always complains that it's a horrible design. Whoever installed this furnace should be. You got to disassemble the entire lower part of the furnace to change this furnace filter. Even once you get access to the furnace filter, it's not easy to get it in and out without bending it, creasing it. So right now, the furnace filter is inside here. So you got to take all these screws out. This panel comes out. Then this panel comes out, and then you can get to your furnace filter that is clamped up against the hole. The hole. This is the cold air return, comes down through the filter and then goes through the fan and up, going down. This tube here, it's a combustible air duct. Whenever you have things that run off of fire, you got to supply air to burn. This could be relocated. You've got 10-11 inches between the water heater and this cold air return duct. 2 or 3 inches that you could scoot the entire furnace over. You'd have to do some jerry rigging. That over there is the exhaust for the water heater. This is the exhaust for the furnace. I think you can tell what I'm getting at. Have to get a longer gas line. A lot of people think that flexible gas lines are scary. You have to have it in this region. And here's my solution. Get rid of this strap. Cut a hole here. Put some of the S channel. Make a sliding panel that goes down the S channel. Boom. So you have access to the cold air return. You take your filter by furnace filter, you slide it in, and you tip it up so that your filter goes across like this. Air comes down and straight through. The only risk that I have seen in the past is when that method is used, they don't put a stop back in this corner. And that filter goes like this and gets sucked to the furnace. Furnace kicks off, and then the furnace filter flips back this way. And then the next time it turns on, the air is not filtered. So what I would have to do, obviously, cut the hole and put something in on the bottom here. There is a bottom there, so I could just screw like a 90-degree angle of sheet metal that would serve as a stop so this bottom couldn't get sucked in. Ideally, you would get some separation between the furnace and the cold air return and put in a filter rack in between here and here. So you just slide it in and out, or same thing, there's an access panel. Okay, this is what I'm going to be using to get all these bolts off. Probably a 1/4 inch. No, it's not. Oh, what do I do? Well, probably 5/16 then, right? Oh, look at that. It's so amazing. Very strange. So you got to undo the side ones that pop the top one out. The top one has to come out to access the bottom one. You should have to take apart your furnace to replace your filter. So nice filter by filter in here. We're going to be replacing it with a MERV 11 filter by filter. 16 by 25 by 1. It's only supported in the middle. I've seen these things get, see how stiff this one is, but I've seen these get completely sucked in. But this is how we're replacing it. Slide out the old filter by filter. So the new filter by filters have their filter media color coded to the MERV rating. And when we get this one installed and put it all back together, you can see the cold air return right inside there. So on the edge of your furnace filter, you're going to see an arrow that indicates the direction of airflow. You want to make sure you put it in right. See, this is the downwind side, and it's got the wire reinforcement on the side that's going to get air pushed through it. Make sure you tell me in the comments, What's your practical solution without moving gas lines and having to worry about your line sets for your air conditioner or rerunning all your B-vent? Okay guys, this is an interesting one. Hopefully it shows up on camera. Now don't drop my phone down there. I'm going to turn the light off. You can see daylight. Yeah, that's the dryer vent. Luckily this isn't a gas powered dryer vent. So I got to get that repaired. This is insane. This has been going on for a very long time. Look at all the lint on the back side of this. Holy cow. Holy Jesus. What is that? Just getting my tripod set up. Good thing dryers are very light. Oh, it popped right off. Oh my Lanta. I only want to go back there once. Don't be staring at my ass. Good thing I got long legs. Whoa! So this is probably the problem. There is enough room to get a good grip on this, but if you look over here, it probably got shoved in and ripped off. So we'll have to make a note of this before we put it in. I'm going to use tape and, well, I think that's what the last person did. They used tape and the clamp. So let's just get to, I'm going to try to just trim this ruined bit off here. And oh my God, I am covered in this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to just try to clip this off, fit it on there, clamp it, and tape it. My legs are fully asleep. It's on there good and sturdy. Should have done this job last. So there is no way to get this dryer on this side of that tube. This dryer can only go butt up close to the tube. There must be studs there. They must have got it as close as they could to the corner. Right. That's it. That's as far in as that sucker can go. This wasn't that bad at all. This is a cake job. All I got is a little dust on me, little dust in me. So don't think I'm whining about this simple little repair. Just hamming it up for the YouTube. You guys remember this one? Loyal, awesome fans of the show. The pergola that I didn't build, but I got to put sail shades up. I put sail shades on top of this and take them down every single year. If you're going to get a pergola, just realize you will not get shade. These little slats up here, they look cool, but that's about it. These are the sail shades. I'm going to lay them out in the yard, try to figure out which way. I think they're, no, this is not a triangle. I think this is a rectangle. Now look at that. Pretty decent coverage. Kind of cloudy out. But yeah, piece of cake. I just tied that one in the corner and used a lighter to burn through the rope while pulling on it. I did not even have to cut it. Pretty good solution to shade. Only thing is you got to take it down, put it up every year, because as soon as snow builds up on here, you get 3 feet of snow on top of this, wet snow, it all comes tumbling down. I just want to point this out. A lot of people don't know this. Different hoses have different connection points. There are crimp connections in here. This connects to the hose. I'm going to try to get you nice and close. Where the hell is that spring? You see where that's coming? There's no fixing that. Where's my finger? It's coming out right around here. If you unscrew this, there's a rubber gasket in here that tightens this against at the tip of my fingernail inside of here, but not there. They're gonna need a new end because that crimp connection is done. Here's another quick example. This is the male end. It goes into the female. There's a rubber gasket where my finger is, and on this side the loose piece squishes it all together. But if you have a leak between this part and this part right in here, there's no tightening that up. So this curtain hanger is pulling out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see a difference in the texture. There's been repairs many times there. So I don't know if there's anything for a traditional drywall anchor to bite into back there. Probably not. So you can get an idea that this one here was just a screw screwed into, I'm not sure if that's joint compound, spackle. If you look down here, there is a anchor in there. So here's the anchors that I brought. This bottom anchor is the same dang anchor that I brought. There should be a header over that. I don't know why there isn't a header over that. There should be a header over this door. Should be a stud pack over here and a big header, right? There's not, though. What the heck? All right, there's something sturdy there. Ugh. This one looks like it's hitting and going off to the side. I just had the most amazing thing happen to me. I was digging through my toolbox for the perfect length screws. Found the screws. That's a really good thing. But I also found a tool that I've been looking for years. Do you have one of these? You better get one or you're not a real man. This is a magnet on an extendo antenna style thingamajigger here. Stick it right to the side of the refrigerator. Hold your screws. Gotta get one. Link will be in the description. On the move again. Going to 2 more stops. Single items at these next stops, unless somebody asks me to do something else. That's been a trend the whole day, is adding this, adding that. Can you look at this? Can you look at that? Now, it's just the way things go, but we're going till the sun goes down. Woo! It's getting hot out. We're running right around 90 degrees today. I'm wearing pants because you guys don't like looking at my legs. We need to set this clock, sprinkler clock, to come on at 7 p.m. And it's set at 6:30 p.m. Program A. I'm not an expert in these, but it's auto. Program A. I'm just going to bump this up to 7 p.m. I think that's it. Program A, 1. I'm just going to do it all at 7 p.m. Program A, 7 p.m. Back to auto. 4:36 p.m. right now. On to the next one. I just got to my last stop of the day. The problem has miraculously fixed itself. It was another leaky sprinkler valve. One zone was seeping water and creating a mud puddle. Well, somehow that has remedied itself just by the sprinklers turning on and off. There could have been a little bit of debris in that one valve that got flushed on down and sent back out into the yard. If you got any questions about today, if you like this style of video, let me know down in the comments. We're about to start some big stuff. Big stuff. You want to make sure you hit that subscribe button, maybe even click the like button. You won't miss all these massive upcoming projects, and I mean massive. Goodbye.